Good morning everyone, it's Mark Wiens with migrationology.com in Osaka, Japan. Ying and I are on our way to go eat lunch, and then after that the plan is to go to the Instant Ramen Museum, which is about a 20 or 30 minute train ride from here. So that's the plan for the time being, but first we're gonna go have lunch. While walking around, we have just come to a supermarket, and I think Ying is gonna stop in to buy some fruit. But we're just in the back neighborhood lanes and there's a whole supermarket. I think Ying is gonna go for some of the apples. After you pay for your groceries in Japan, then either you bring your own bags or they give you plastic bags, and then you move over to the packaging station and pack your own stuff. So we just got some fruit and a couple boxes of sushi. It is a Sunday in Osaka, and Ying and I walked around for about an hour trying to find a couple places that we wanted to eat at, but everything is closed. So when we were just walking around this neighborhood, we stumbled into a supermarket, a little neighborhood supermarket. We went inside, we got some fruit, and I also saw the sushi, so I decided I needed to eat a plate of sushi here since there aren't too many options on Sunday morning. Put that up. I'm gonna put the wasabi into the side over here. Put that wasabi over here. And then I'll add in some of the soy sauce in the little fish container. Yeah, I gotta go for that piece of eel first. And actually this one doesn't need any more soy sauce, I don't think, but I will go with a little dab of wasabi. Okay. Oh, just look at that oiliness of that. Uh-oh, I'm losing the rice. All right. Oh, my rice is falling apart. Mmm. Oh, that eel is very good. It's really creamy and really oily and just a little bit of a fishy flavor, but yeah, so good. I'm not sure what this one is, but it's some kind of a white fish, and that's a nice slab of fish there. Get that wasabi. That fish has a little bit of a chewy texture, but still good, and I love wasabi. I think it's mostly filled with some pickled vegetables, and I think that's egg as well. That is quite a big bite, but I fear that if I were to bite it in half, it would fall apart completely, so I'm gonna have to one bite this. Mmm. Yeah, that is a mix of pickled crisp vegetables, but what I really like is it has a ginger flavor, and then also I can taste some sesame seeds in there. Supermarket sushi was a success. Not the best quality, but I think that's pretty good for budget sushi in Osaka or in Japan. We are now gonna walk back to the apartment. We're gonna go pick up Dwight, who has been working and resting back at the apartment. And from there, we're gonna try to head to the Instant Ramen Museum. We are at Nakatsu Station, and we are heading up here to Ikeda. It was a little bit confusing to get our tickets because everything was in Japanese at this station, since this is not the main hub station. But we figured it out, and it cost 270 yen. And this should take about 30 minutes. We just arrived to Ikeda Station, and so we are right here. And it looks like it's just a really short walk to get to the Momofuku Ando Instant Ramen Museum. It has been quite a while since I have included instant ramen in my diet, but when I was a kid, especially going to high school, and I used to absolutely love instant ramen. I think it was probably one of my favorite snacks and put an egg into it. I used to just love it. It was so good. But I haven't eaten it too much lately. But I'm still excited to go to this instant ramen museum. And they say that this is, here in Osaka, this is the birthplace of instant ramen. So this is kind of a pilgrimage destination. That was just about a 5-minute walk from the station. Right outside of the museum is a statue of Momofuku Ando, who is the founder of Cup of Noodle instant ramen. And he is not only holding a package of instant ramen, but he is standing on a podium of cup of noodles. Konnichiwa. Okay, so we're entering the museum now. And it's free entrance. I'm walking through the tunnel of instant ramen, and there are just literally hundreds of different editions and types of ramen, and all sorts of different flavors. Check out this one. There's an egg, a fried egg inside of that package. This is the outer space exhibition, and so some astronauts took instant ramen into space. I guess it started in 1958. I believe that is the original packet of chicken ramen, instant ramen. This area, you can come here and it's called the My Cup Noodle Factory, and you can mix and match your own cup of noodles. Those are all of the dried noodle cakes there, and then they run through this machine, and then you turn that little wheel, and then it falls into a cup. And after they put the noodles into the cup, then you can come over here to the ingredients, and they have all of the different toppings you could want in your ramen. Oh, I wonder what that one is. That one looks like bacon. Then they bring them over here, and she tops it with the paper cover and then wraps them in plastic. We just got out of the instant ramen museum, and it's actually not too big. Mostly it's that instant ramen tunnel. That's the main part of the museum, and I think the really big part of the whole thing is making your own cup of instant ramen. Overall, it could be worth a visit if you are really into instant ramen, and I think it's a good place for kids. Most of the people in there are families and kids, so it can be a good place to visit, but not all that much to do. And yeah, I think we're just gonna walk around here and get some real ramen. Just a short walk down from the instant ramen museum is a real ramen restaurant. We got into this restaurant and we didn't realize from the outside because none of us speak Japanese, but I think it is a really famous ramen restaurant chain called Ippudo Ramen, which they have many locations in Tokyo, but they also have many locations around the world. So we're gonna eat here, but yeah, we had no idea this was a chain restaurant that I have seen many times all over the place. I decided to order the Momofuku Classic, which is the bowl of ramen that inspired Momofuku to make his cup of noodle instant noodles. That seemed like the fitting choice to make today after just going to the instant ramen museum and not eating the instant ramen. You can order the noodles in a number of different firmnesses, but I just got the normal ramen noodles. These are bamboo shoots, and then a couple pieces of chashu pork, and then you've got that classic little swirl of fish cake. Let me taste the broth first thing before adding anything else, and then I'll taste the noodles. It's very smooth and a little bit salty, but not overly salty. Just a little bit chewy and very thin noodles. I'm gonna add in some of the toppings. They have some pickled ginger, and then these look like some kind of pickled bean sprouts. Pickled mustard greens with a little bit of chili powder in it. And then they have a sesame seed grinder, which always adds some, oh there we go. Oh there we go, okay. Oh, freshly ground sesame seeds is a beautiful thing. And then also black pepper. And I was hoping there would be some raw garlic, but I don't see any raw garlic on the table. So I guess they don't have any. I do really like it with all those toppings, especially that pickled pink ginger. That gives it a nice gingery flavor. And then also that touch of freshly ground sesame seeds also gives it a nice fragrance. Just finished with the bowl of ramen, and overall pretty good, but I was missing the raw garlic. For me, having that raw garlic in the ramen is what really makes it good. But that was a good kind of typical bowl of ramen, and we are now walking down the street back to Ikeda Station, and I think we're gonna head back to Umeda in central Osaka. We made it back to the hustle and bustle of Umeda Station in Osaka. We are back in our area of town now, and we have decided to just go back to that supermarket that we were at this morning to buy a few small things for dinner and then head back to the apartment and cook and eat and also just get some work done tonight and just hang out, because tomorrow we are taking a day trip to Kobe for a day of feasting. So we want to be rested up for that, and so here we are at the market. Since we have almost no seasoning in the house, we just decided we're gonna make a hot pot, just a simple hot pot, boil some water, throw in some vegetables, and we went with a fish head, a big old fish head, as well as some vegetables and some leeks. That's gonna be a simple dinner tonight. Using all those ingredients we bought at the market, and then just with the very few seasoning there was in the house, we made some chanko nabe inspired food, which is a famous sumo wrestler's meal of a hot pot, or just a bunch of boiled vegetables and meat and all sorts of random stuff. But I gotta test that cheek first. Just look at the size of that cheek. And I don't really have any idea what type of fish this is. Oh, dude. Oh, that cheek is like an entire tablespoon of a cheek. And let me get some of that soup in there with some leek. That's pretty good. A little bit plain, but that fish is really firm, and the broth, we put some pumpkin in there, so it's sweet from pumpkin. Just finishing off this chanko nabe at our apartment in Osaka. I have to say it's pretty decent. What do you think, man?
It's pretty good.
I'm gonna end the vlog here as we finish off the entire contents of the pot, which is sitting on the stove over there. And I want to say a big thank you for watching this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And see you all tomorrow for a big food day in Kobe, Japan.